Everybody good?
Yeah, how about you?
So I've had a really good, productive first day. So what the way the guys responded as far as what we kind of set out for these guys as far as the expectation for this week. Energy was good, effort was good. Just talking about mastering some of those details. Still, again, we're playing together as a team, unifying the team, and ready for the challenge. Ready to go. So you guys have the injury report. We'll obviously know more as the week goes on as far as these guys' availability. Everyone still has an opportunity to play, so we'll just see as the week goes on.
Thomas, what do you believe your impact can be in sort of setting the direction for a positive finish to this season for the group?
My impact, I think my goal has always been the same from day one as far as being in a leadership position. Again, my goal is to make people and situations better. So being consistent every single day with my message, being deliberate, finding ways to challenge the group, but also uplift them. So I do believe in them. I told them a minute ago after practice that there is no confidence lost at all as far as what I think about them. Don't care what everybody else thinks about them. I think we have a very talented football team, and it's about just putting the work in every single day to give us an opportunity to go win.
How do you process or how do you compartmentalize? You have this immediate responsibility of this game and the next 4 games, but it's also a massive career opportunity for you.
Don't think about that at all. Let's think about just a moment. They've done a really good job of trying to help me stay level-headed and not, make the moment bigger than what it is. Obviously, understand the role that I'm in, understand what might come with it, but also understand that we make most situations bigger than what it has to be because of the outside noise, what everybody else puts a value on it. I have a job to do. I'm excited about my job and committed to it every single day.
So you probably didn't like me calling it a massive career opportunity in the question.
I didn't. I let you kind of put the titles you want to put on it, but I kind of have my own thought process of it. I've always had the thought process every job I've had to try to excel at a high level. What I realized about this profession is if you are bad at your job, they move on from you. If you're good at your job, they give you an opportunity to stay around. And if you're great at your job, you get elevated. So my thought process was always to be the best I can be, not make it about myself, and let the chips fall where they may.
You talked a couple weeks ago about for developing Caleb, obviously. You'll continue to be responsible for that, but now you have the entire team that you have to be responsible for. How do you intend to balance that?
Well, I would say first off, I am not the sole person responsible for Caleb's development. He has a big part in that. Obviously, I've been charged with kind of leading the way with him and the team now as well. But I think his response has been awesome. My job is to be an effective communicator, be honest and be direct about what he's doing well, what he's not doing well. And I have the same exact message for the team.
What is the biggest change you've made that players would notice in the way you conduct practice or just with you as the interim head coach as opposed to the way Matt did?
That'd be a better question for them, to be honest with you. I would say the major change, they probably don't know, but I'll share this with you guys. Hopefully help somebody. So I was trying to go on a weight loss journey about 20 days ago, and I couldn't lose weight at all. I was about 225 the morning of the announcement of being the OC. This morning I was 203. It's not what you asked me, but that changed significantly as far as my life. And I get what you're saying. I'm making a joke. I get what you're saying. But I think again, I'm being myself. I think I try to bring energy every single day. I'm a very direct person. I try to be engaging in front of the group, not entertaining. I don't care about entertaining them, but delivering the message, being clear and concise, but also collaborating with the entire staff, with our players as well. I think this always has been, always will be a player's game, right? So it's about us understanding those guys doing a really good job in the locker room of manning it, owning it, and taking it further than that.
As you've delivered your message.
I'm sorry, Tom, the media access changed from before practice to after practice. Was that your idea?
Yeah, it's more about just being able to give.
Well, what do you
about just trying to get our guys to be more efficient with the way we do walkthroughs in the practice instead of having a break in between of it. It was less about the media and more about just how we operate to be efficient with our time so we can get out in the building and get quality work.
That, how much of that is from your influence, from Sean and just what he did in Los Angeles? Just little things like schedule changes to how you're conducting business on a day-to-day.
Yeah, I think it's a big influence. Obviously, I think Sean's one of the best in the business. Had an opportunity to talk to him a couple of nights ago, and I appreciate him reaching out to me. I learned a ton from him as far as not just offensively, but about how you do a really good job of being consistent. Owning the room with your own personality, because again, I'm gonna be myself in every room I walk in. but obviously leaning on the guys around me as well as far as what's best for our football team.
As you
Let's
did,
go back about the Brian Flores trademark of that defense, what a testament it is to him that the players represent kind of his style. As the interim head coach, what do you want this team's style to be? What do you want the Thomas Brown stamp to be on this football team?
Yeah, again, not about me, about them. I think what I said at the beginning about the mentality going forward, football is a violent game, and I have more of a, I guess, defensive mentality even as an offensive guy. I probably should have kept playing defense instead of playing running back. I might have still played a little bit longer. That's a personal note that y'all don't care about, but I want to share that with you. But I think it's just being able to understand the physicality that comes with this role, the discipline when it comes to how we apply ourselves, and trying to maximize every opportunity we have. Life isn't guaranteed. This game isn't guaranteed. It's a privilege to be here. So I want us to maximize it every single day in the building. And if we have an opportunity to excel on game day, go cut it loose, man. Play with no fear.
Thomas, how long
As you've delivered your message, have you noticed that they are receptive to it, not only receptive to it, but that they needed a new voice in the room?
Yeah, I can't talk to what they needed or not. I think they've definitely been receptive. I tried to do my best. I did reach out to everybody on the team Friday and Saturday just individually, just to tell them my thoughts, how excited I am for our growth together, and how much I need the whole group to respond the right way. They were extremely receptive to that. Kind of had a chance to set the tone in the first team meeting on Monday, and that went over well. Normally we have a little music playing before the meeting starts, when the meeting cut off. Everyone looked at me, and so I do appreciate that attention. And so I want to maximize their time, be efficient with the time, and deliver the message.
Along those lines, where do you think this group is at mentally? I mean, you talked about no more divisions the other day. It's been a bumpy few weeks. How is this group doing? Where's the mind at?
They're doing great. I mean, today was a great walkthrough, great practice. Energy was great. It's not perfect, and I don't really care about them being perfect. I want them to be excellent. I can nitpick at every single play and tell a guy how he wasn't perfect. So perfection is not the goal. It's to excel at your craft, to use your talent, combine it with skill, and play for each other. So when the opportunity presents itself on game day, no matter who we play, again, we can play with no fear.
Thomas, you say play the game violently. Does that apply to the quarterback position as well, or is that a different mentality?
Well, the QB spot's a little bit different. I think if you ask Caleb, he'd probably say he's a violent guy. He's not. But I think you can play as far as the mental toughness and how you play, how you command the huddle. And I try to tell him every day, I think he has a obviously very difficult job as a quarterback position, the command, the communication. And at times he gets frustrated, right? Wednesdays are heavy install days. And so a lot of verbiage, a lot of alert criteria. So being able to understand how to, again, challenge yourself, but also give yourself grace, breathe, right? If you mess it up, get back on the huddle and we'll get it right. Again, the goal is not perfection. The goal is to be excellent.
Thomas, with Caleb over the last 5 games here, are you expecting him at this stage to be kind of past some of that rookie turbulence and be a little steadier?
Yeah, all I expect is everybody's best every day. I try to give them my best, Caleb and everybody else. I get what you're asking me as far as him being a rookie, but I look at it from the standpoint of every player, what they can do better. And it's my job and also the rest of the coaches is trying to figure out how to bring the best of our players. And so delivering the information, I hold them accountable, lift them up. We need to lift them up. But again, those guys play together, and they'll play confident.
Thomas,
you talked about Sean as somebody you talked to. Is there anybody else, given the enormity of your jump up, who you can depend on to get some advice, some ideas, some reassurance?
I mean, there's a lot of guys I can reach out to. I'll be honest with you. My phone was blowing up at the beginning. I eventually tried to respond to everybody. I'm not going to be arrogant and just ignore people. But I think being able to have a great support system, like I said a couple of times, my wife is my best friend, and so I tell her everything. We communicate about a lot of different things. We've been around the game of football for a long time. Notice I was 14 years old, so that's a big point to me. She is not a football coach, but she understands what I go through. She knows me better than everybody else, and she is always, in my entire life as I've known her, spoken life into me. So I think being able to, again, keep things small. I have some guys I reach out to from time to time if I have questions, but I also lean on the guys in this building. Because, again, we're in this together. I understand in this role, people's jobs depend on the success of the head coach. Understand that and respect that. And so it's about us collaborating together, being consistent, and get a winning product.
So the weight loss was like stress-induced, or was that like?
No, I wouldn't even say stress. I think I think stress could help out. I'm not really stressed, but it's more what I realize if you increase tags to your day, you forget about food. And so I went a couple of days and just really didn't eat, didn't even think about it. Wasn't hungry. I was thinking about the next moment, what to say to this player, doing game planning, and I look up and I'm, almost 30 pounds down. So we'll keep going, see how long it lasts.
Come up with that guy.
I might write a book one day. I might, so if this doesn't work out, I'll write a book and we'll see. Hope you guys buy it. I'll be probably pretty pissed if you don't buy it. So appreciate y'all. Have a good day.